Hey, this is Bruce Norman with Bruce Norman Outdoors. Just wanted to come to you real quick, show you what I use. One of the ways I use to do fire. I believe that you should have 5 ways to make a fire in an emergency situation, or pretty much at any time. My bug out bag or my track bag, I carry the same kit in both. Whether it be a lighter, always got a lighter in my pocket, ferrocene rod, flint and steel, any high carbon knife will produce a spark. So that's one. What I got here, I bought this. I seen this for like $3, so I couldn't pass it up. And I bought it. I figured, hell with it. I'll throw it in the bag. It'd give me an extra tool. Some people, in survival situations, and their emergency bags go food heavy. Some people go tool heavy. I believe that if you go tool heavy, you can pretty much make anything you're going to need. And I'm also a pretty avid hunter, so the food is I have power bars and stuff like that, and those kind of things. But as far as heavy food, I'm more of a heavy tool. But this is what I got. This is a Tonto blank. I ain't put a handle on it yet. I was just going to paracord it, shoot a video on how to paracord a handle. But it's just a simple blank high carbon knife. And what we have here is a ferrocene rod. Now this ferrocene rod, it has magnesium, which burns at a high temperature for a spark. And basically what you do, as I showed you, I did a ghillie suit and showed you how to camo up. Also, in my little kit, I don't have a kit here with me right now. This is simple jute twine. You can use steel wool. Steel wool takes a spark. And it holds a spark because that metal becomes molten and it holds it longer. But basically what you're going to do is a 90-degree edge on whatever knife. That's another thing. Make sure your knives have a 90-degree edge. That way you get a good spark when you come off. Also, when you're using a ferrocene rod, a lot of people take and move their knife or their steel. No, because what happens is the pile you have, you get to striking it, and you're going to notice that it's blowing away. You put your hand, put where you're going to do it. I got a little groove back here that my ferrocene rod sits in, and it gives me a good, nice spark. But you put it, and you put it back like that, so you have a good spark, and you ain't blowing, fanning your Kindle, while you're kindling, whatever you have. So that's my ferrocene rod. This is my knife. This is one knife. I'll do a review on knives. But yeah, this is just a simple. If I need to, it has some holes in it, and that's what I like about it, because in a survival situation, if I have to make a spear, I can get a branch, paracord it on there, and now I have a spear. Sharp point penetration on this knife is pretty well. It's pretty well balanced, and like I said, it's just a cheap knife, but it gets the job done. Like I said, I'm really tool heavy. I think you should. Some people say food and all that in a survival situation. I think if you are pretty good at making stuff, tool heavy bag will pretty much get you what you need. If you need something, you can always build it. Some people, not too good with hands. You're going to need food. That's what will separate most people in an emergency situation that is not prepared with tools and need to, struggling to make stuff, and the ones that, have food. I'd rather go out and have to stalk and kill my food, and to be, instead of not having the equipment to build shelter, and stuff like that. I put fire almost over shelter at all times. You can build all the shelter you want to build, but that's not, if it's cold enough, it's not going to stop hypothermia. So fire, number one, have 5 ways to do it, at least 5 ways, whether it be a lighter, char cloth. Basically, if you take an Altoids tin, get you some 100% cotton, and you sit that and let that char up, it will take a flame immediately. And there you go, you have fire. Steel wool, same thing. Lighter. Matches, people say, I got waterproof matches. Don't rely on matches, people. They're a one-time use thing. Go light a match outside right now. It's going to blow out. No matter what they are, they're junk. They're irreliable, and they will break your mental state. If that's the only way you have to make fire, and you have one match, and it blows out on you as soon as you strike it, your mental are going to be so bummed out. And that's the only way you have. So if you want to use matches, do whatever you want. I don't suggest it. At least have 5 ways. Like I said, 5 ways of making fire at all times. Some people, they kind of laugh when I talk about survival situations. Even my wife gives me crap about it. She laughs, But in an emergency situation, I will survive, and the person that ain't will die, most likely. Look at Katrina. Those people weren't prepared. Look how many people died. People that were prepared probably had some knowledge, or at least help got to them at one. But that situation could have been a lot different if people at least had a 3-day, bug bag. And yeah, it went more than 3 days. But being prepared in emergency situations, it could be your car breaks down in the middle of a snowstorm. What do you have? Do you have an emergency thermal blanket? Some Mylar, reflective Mylar that's going to keep your body heated. You're out in the woods walking around, whether it be hunting or anything. I even carry a bag when I hunt. It's very easy to twist an ankle. A lot of people get lost, and you're going to need a way to survive. So I suggest for your steam rod, flint and steel, lighter, steel wool, char cloth, jute twine, something to take a spark, all of it. Cattails work good. Dry them out. As long as they ain't all busted up, they take a spark really well. Do that. Put a kit together, and you will always have a way to make fire, which leads on to how to sanitize water, how to cook food. If you go out and kill something, unless you want to eat it raw, which don't suggest, or you find water and you want to drink water, how do you purify that? You have to disinfect it. That was the thing. People in Katrina, they had water all around them, no way to disinfect it. So, the fire is definitely an advantage over shelter. So I put that at the top of my list. Fire, shelter, food. So that's my outtake on it. I always have at least 5 ways to make fire, and you should be good. So get out in the woods, enjoy Mother Nature. This is Bruce Norman with Bruce Norman Outdoors. Thank you for watching.